Eli, are you doing all right? How are things going with Charlotte now that it's been a couple of months? And what about Joey? I'd love to come out and see your baby's face soon. Would that be all right with you?
She's doing great, and so am I. And Joey is being a baby, as expected. But it is a little different having a baby around us. I would actually really love to have you and Mom come out and see him and everything. But,
Eli, it's been about 3 months since Charlotte gave birth to Joey, right? The rest of the family's really wanting to go over and have a look at him. Ever since you guys had him, you haven't sent us any photos or anything to show us what he looks like. Why is Charlotte so against the rest of us coming out to see him right now? I understand that even before giving birth, she was a little odd around us, but since then, things have only gotten worse with her. Have you even been trying to talk with her about her behavior and letting her know she can't act like that forever?
she has started to complain more and more about how annoying it is to have to deal with her mother-in-law and sister-in-law. I have tried explaining to her plenty of times now that you both don't really cause any trouble, but she never really seems to be listening to me.
Is that so? But you guys even moved into the new house recently, so Mom and I have been waiting patiently to have a look inside. Maybe she can go out for the day while we're over?
That could be another option. And I'm sure you both have been waiting to come over finally. I really feel so bad for what I've been doing to you and Mom. I'm going to try to convince Charlotte again today. I'm sorry that something like this is happening to you though, Leia. Thank you for checking in on the three of us again.
I was thinking that since it's been a few months now, Charlotte would be a little more open to us all again. It would be lovely if you could set up a date for the whole family to come out and see you all. What did you end up saying to my husband, Leia? What do you plan on stealing from the both of us when you come over to our mansion? What? What are you talking about? It's been a long time, Charlotte. I'm not sure what you mean by me coming over and stealing things from you guys. Can you tell me why you'd think something like that would happen? My husband keeps going on and on about how his mom and little sister want to come over to this mansion. Normally, he would always listen to what I have to say, but this time he's been particularly annoying about what you said to him. What did you say to him that made him act out like this? I never said anything that dramatic to him. My mom and I just really want to come over and see Joey for the first time. I'm sure ever since giving birth, you've been very exhausted and not wanting any guests over. And that's why for the past 3 months, my mom and I have made sure not to force ourselves on you guys. But it's been 3 months now, right? To my mom, this is her first ever grandchild, and yet you've not allowed her to come over and see him. You won't even send us any pictures of him. Can't you see that Eli probably feels really bad for our mom right now? Well, I don't feel bad for her. What? I have no need in keeping a healthy relationship with my mother-in-law and the rest of her family. And that's why I've been making sure not to have any of you guys over. So would you all please stop forcing my husband to bug me about letting you guys come? We're not forcing him to do anything, Charlotte. I'm sure that Eli just really wants his mom to come over. How about you let Eli be happy for once? I don't care about how he feels. By the way, I know you're just making all that up because you really want to be here to take our things, right? We're not letting you have any of our things, so stop trying to force your way into our mansion like some petty thieves. And even if you were to make your way over here, don't expect me to let you take any of our things for free. My mansion is not open to any of you beggars. Beggars? Why would you call your in-laws something like that? If you're really serious about calling my mom and I beggars, then you really are as toxic as my mom has been saying. No way my mom would ever be a beggar, and the same goes for me. How much longer do you both plan to try and suckle from my doctor husband just because you were raised in that home with a single mother? I don't want either of you coming around my family ever again. Do you understand that? Because if you do, then get out of our lives. I already made plans with Eli, and this coming weekend we're going out there to see Joey in the house. Huh? I never heard anything from him about this. Are you even listening to anything I'm saying to you right now? This is what I should expect from a couple of lowlives, I guess. Well, what about Eli then? He was raised in this family as well, by only my mom. Eli is fine. He became a doctor after all. Then shouldn't my mom be just fine as well? If you're really going to do everything in your power to come over here, then be my guest. But once you get to my front door, we'll see whether or not I'm willing to let you both inside. Charlotte, I think it's really time that you let all of that toxic talk about my mom and I go. If you don't, you're only going to prolong the pain you'll feel later down the road, all right? Huh? Weren't you supposed to have the day off work today, Eli?
I do have to go into work now, though. I'm heading to the hospital right now. Why are you asking? I thought you said you wouldn't be coming over until this weekend, right?
That's right. What? Then that means you're not at the house right now?
Huh? Did something end up happening?
No, nothing at all. Are you going to have to work all night tonight? And where's your baby at right now?
Can you please tell me what's going on right now? Joey is at the house right now, if you really care to know that much.
I see. All right then. Charlotte, please excuse me. Where are you right now? Huh? Why are you still talking to me after all I said to you before? Why does it even matter to you where I'm at right now anyway? What the hell are you trying to do here, Leia? Just shut up and tell me where you're at. Please. Are you in your house right now? I'm in the house. What the hell, woman? Are you trying to get into a physical fight with me now or something? I see. I'm not trying to cause any trouble. Just want to make sure you were in your house. Sorry for asking you such an odd question out of nowhere like that. You're in the house right now with Joey, right? Well, of course I am. You single-parented children are always lacking so much common sense, aren't you? Can't believe you weren't only asking me where I was, but you also asked me if I was with my baby? How about you get your nose out of other families' business? It makes no sense at all why you're doing this. Are you still going on about me? Huh? Never mind that. Now I'll be seeing you in 2 days at your place. You guys are at your home now, right? My mom and I are out here right now ringing your doorbell, yet nobody's come out to answer yet. Can you even hear it? We would really like for someone to come and open the door for us. Not going to happen. Huh? We were told to come here today at 10 a.m., right? Yet now you're saying we can't be let in? I know that my brother had to rush back to the hotel and all that today. But you are still home and can come get the door, right? Please let us in. We have some things we'd like to talk with you about as well. I have no reason to let you in. You're both complete strangers to me. What exactly are you trying to get from my mansion now? We're not trying to get anything from you or your home. We came here to see Joey's face for the first time, and we also have some things to talk with you about. If you both really want to get inside this mansion of mine, then you're going to have to pay me $10,000. What? There's an entrance fee to get in here. There's a high chance you both will try and steal from Eli and I, so a down payment must be made in case anything happens. What are you going on about right now? Even if you and your mom want to keep suckling off my doctor husband, I'm going to make sure it won't happen for free. If you two freeloading lowlives want inside this mansion, then you have to pay me $10,000 right now. We're going home then. All right, I've won yet again. I just shut your whole conversation down, you little brat. How sad. The only one people should be feeling sad for right now is you, Charlotte. You are going to be losing everything you ever had now. Huh? Why are you starting to talk a whole bunch of bullcrap now? I have my newborn baby boy and my doctor husband still. And this mansion that I'm living in is so huge and expensive that everyone in the city is jealous of it. I have everything a woman of my type could ever ask for. And right now, you are doing everything to make sure you lose it all. You really are the most pathetic person ever. How about you stop it with all that nonsense, because it's not going to make me feel bad. If you're not going to be able to pay the entrance fee, then don't either of you ever come to this house again. I don't even want to see you both ever again. Understood, Charlotte. My mom and I will make sure to follow those words of yours to the letter. And that will go both ways. We both don't ever want to be bothered by you ever again. Although I doubt we'll ever have a chance to see you again anyway. When you regret all of this, just know it'll be too late for you to come crying to us.
So things really didn't work out at all.
They really did not. So now everything that you and I were talking about before will have to be put into action. You are completely fine with all of that, right?
Of course I am. Honestly, these past couple of days have been really hard for me, and I've almost passed out a couple of times now. It was getting to the point that I was having trouble focusing on being a doctor.
I'm sure a lot of things were starting to get to you. But in just a little bit, all of your troubles will be taken care of. And I'm sure that all of this is going to make Charlotte regret all her actions up to today. When that happens, I want you to have one last conversation with her about everything.
I'll make sure it's the last time I have to talk to her. Can you make sure to tell Mom I'm sorry about everything? And that when all of this is over with, I'll come apologize to her in person.
Don't worry, as Mom isn't all that hurt right now. She knows that after this, she'll have all the time in the world to spend with Joey and you. So for right now, don't worry about either of us and focus on the task at hand.
You have a good point. Thank you so much, Leia. And please do your best.
I'll make sure to. Excuse me, Leia, what's going on here? What the hell are you doing? I just saw you pull in front of the mansion and start taking pictures of the whole place. Are you out of your mind now?
The only one who's been out of their minds has been Charlotte.
Huh?
I asked for Leia to do that.
You asked for Leia to do what? Wait, what? Who is this?
This is your husband.
What? No way. Eli?
You don't have any other husbands, right? Although it does seem that you have other men in your life right now.
Hold on a second. What's this all about? What is going on right now? Are you telling me that Leia came to the house and started to take pictures of it at your request?
That's what I'm saying. I have a lot of things that I need to take care of as it is, so I asked that she go out and do it for me. I'm coming back to the house right now, and I'm going to be taking Joey out there with me.
What do you mean? Hold on, Eli. Charlotte, this is it for you. Leaving your kid at home to go out and cheat like that is not a very good thing to do to a newborn. It's disgusting, actually. I don't think my brother is ever going to forgive you for what you've done, and I don't blame him. And he's going to make sure you leave that house soon. Huh? What are you going on about now, Leia? There's no way anyone can kick me out of this house. This is my house, after all, my mansion. I'm aware that you think that this place is your house, and were even trying to scam my mom and I out of some money, saying you needed an entrance fee from us. But the one who owns that house, the one who doesn't need to pay any entrance fee to get into it, is my mom. What? My mom bought that house for you and Eli as a present for having your first baby. So tell me who's in charge now? I get that you thought you were in charge, always talking down about my mom and I and never even thanking her for buying that house. But now you're going to lose everything you ever had because of your inability to comprehend a simple situation. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good about watching your life as you've known it be taken away from you. Hold on, I have no idea what you're talking about. Your mom was the one that bought this house for us? Huh? There's no way she ever did that. I know for a dang fact that it was my doctor husband who bought the house. It was Eli. So you don't even understand what your husband really does for a living then? Don't you remember him ever telling you that he's not even a full-fledged doctor yet and only works at the hospital because my mom is the one who owns the dang place? What? Your mom owns? She owns the hospital? And that is why my mom was able to afford a house like the one you're in now and was giving it to you both as a gift to celebrate your first baby. Everyone in the family's been talking about that for a while with you. Even my brother had talked with you about what happened that led to you both getting the house, yet you never listened to anything he said. Wait, but I wasn't actually listening. Since when have any of you guys come and talked to me about it? Like I just said, you don't ever listen to anyone. Anytime my mom was ever brought up in a conversation, you immediately would blank out and not listen because you didn't want anything to do with her. It's your fault for never bothering to actually open up to a relationship with the rest of my brother's family. At the very least, you would have listened to my brother for once, yet you didn't. You were given chances by everyone else besides just my mom to hear about what was happening and about what had happened. But you were so focused on the fact that my mom is a single mother that you just completely voided any information at all about her. Now that you say it, your mom did tell me before that she was a doctor, but I might have just chose not to listen then. Right? My mom never had any reason to not tell you about how she's a doctor and did so many times. My brother also brought her occupation up to you when you started to complain to him about how she was a lowlife in your eyes, yet you didn't listen. You never listen, Charlotte. All of this is happening to you now because you never frickin' listen. But to think that she was actually going to be the owner of that hospital? So that means your mom brought him into that hospital with the hopes of making him into a full-fledged doctor? How awesome! I didn't know he wasn't a doctor yet anyway, so thank God your mom is making sure he becomes a successful one. She will make sure he turns out okay, but you won't be around anymore to witness those events, right? There is still one other problem at hand with you, Charlotte. What? What are you talking about now? I know the reason why you always had a hard time with my mom. That's because something happened during your last marriage, right? I have no idea what you're talking about. I know you understand exactly what this is about. You ended up getting divorced because of something you did in your last marriage. Something that happened with your ex-husband's mother. And now you've been carrying all your pain from then over into our family. No, what? What is this about? You already know, Charlotte. We already know everything about you, so there's no use in trying to play dumb here. Confess what you did to me. We already know, but I want to hear what happened from your own mouth. You went and cheated on your ex-husband, and his mother found out and ruined you for it, which then led to that divorce. And now you're doing the exact same thing, leaving your baby at home to go and cheat, all while forcing my mom and I to stay away so something like that won't happen again. Hold on a minute, Leia. I don't really know what's going on here, and I'm getting really tired now. Can we have this whole conversation another time? No, we're having it right now, whether you like it or not. My brother's already on his way to get Joey now. And that's because you don't have what it takes to be a good mother. What? Hold on, Leia. You were saying that no lowlifes were allowed into your mansion unless they were able to pay an entrance fee of $10,000, right? Things like that you would always say to my family. But the only reason you didn't want any of us in that house with you is because you take your boyfriend into that house, right? That day when you never came down to get the door and asked us to pay, you were with him as well, right? And just the other day, I saw you walking with another man. He looked nothing like my brother, and my brother was at work that day too. Wait, wasn't that right after you had texted me? That's right. And I had to text you about Joey after because I didn't see him with you at the time. I was worried where he was. So after you lied to me saying you were home with him, I went and spoke to a neighbor who told me that you always hired a babysitter to stay at the house and watch him. You've been using up my brother's money to get a babysitter without him even knowing, so you can go out and cheat on him? No, wait, it's not like that. I have a lot of stress, you know. Eli's always out working and has to stay at the hospital late a lot of the time. Sometimes overnight as well. I just wanted to have a little more freedom and time to myself was all. If that's the case, then shouldn't you have taken a more appropriate path to get what you wanted? You could have asked my mom or I to come over and take Joey for you. But you never wanted to ask us, did you? Because my mom is a single mother and I was raised by her, right? That made the both of us lowlifes, and you didn't like that. But not because you viewed us as being at the bottom of society's ladder, but because you had a single mother as well, right? What? How do you know about that? I haven't even told Eli anything about that. But he already knew, Charlotte. So were you behaving like that towards us because you're too insecure about your own past? That's why you never listened to any of us about how we were living, right? Well, just be aware that your insecurities mean nothing to us, and as far as you cheating on Eli and leaving Joey to go out and do so, none of us forgive you for it. You even tried hiding the fact that you were married once too already, right? When I got on the phone with your ex's mother, I finally started to see the full picture surrounding you. Huh? You called her? What? What the hell do you mean? You tried to completely vanish from them after the divorce. But didn't you forget something before leaving? A settlement, perhaps? The divorce happened because you cheated on your husband at the time. You really have a hard time learning your lessons, don't you? Is Joey even my brother's son? You have that all right. I thought that I was finally going to be able to be happy for once. I'm not sure what all else happened to you throughout your life that made you so pathetic, but just know that this time we'll be making you learn your lessons. And that starts with you taking full responsibility for all your actions. You were lying about actually talking with my ex's mother, right? If she were to actually show back up into my life, I'd be royally screwed. And that would mean she'd start to learn about things like the stolen money. Oh, I didn't know about that. But if you stole money from them even, then perhaps you're better off going to prison. Luckily, none of us are on your side anymore, so get ready to be royally screwed. It's going to hurt having to pay off that settlement that you ran away from back then, especially when you have a whole lot of other things to pay for now. Leah, I can see there have been plenty of misunderstandings here. I want to be friends with you now. Right now, it's not too late to become a good sister-in-law to you, right? How about you and your mom come back here and we can have some fun with Joey? We are planning to be there soon. What? Oh, that's wonderful. Then that means you'll all forgive me, right? That's not at all what that means. That house happens to be my brother's, and my mom was the one who paid for it. So of course we're coming over there to see Joey and have some fun with him. But you're not going to be around us when we get there because you have to go. What? I know you thought it was all fun and games telling my mom and I that we couldn't come into that mansion because lowlifes are not allowed in, but it's really you who's going to leave that house now. Honestly, you should have really thought things through a bit more before you started being a total bitch. Well, it's too late to think about things like that now. I'm sorry, Leah. Oh, please forgive me. No point in saying all that to me. I am the least of your concerns right now. But Eli isn't answering any of my calls. Leah, since you're a woman like me, please tell him how I feel, and please tell me what else to do here. Since I am a woman like you, I'll tell it to you straight. Stop being a cheating whore of a bitch and leave my brother, his child, and my family alone. If you had the guts to bring a child into this world, then you should have had the ability to be responsible for them too. I am tired of your crap. Leah. That's all I have left to say to your rotten ass. Joey will be in excellent hands with my family and I from now on. So that means you can piss off. Forever. Eli, how's everything going? Have things started to settle down a little bit in your life?
Things have been going all right for me now. Not only did Charlotte run away from her ex's family and not pay the settlement off, but she borrowed money from them as well and never paid any of it back. I'm glad we were able to catch her before she had the chance to run away this time. But that was really cutting it close, right? Thank God you were helping me out.
You don't have to. I went through all of that work for Joey. So, Eli, about Joey.
You and I both have been pretty worried about him. But after all the testing, the outcome is that he is in fact my blood-related son.
Really? Get out of here. Oh, thank goodness. So this means you won't mind being a single father to him?
That's right. And luckily I have Mom around watching him every day while I go to work. And Mom is a whole lot more happy now that she has her grandson around, to the point where she was able to retire.
That's so wonderful. Mom was always dreaming about retiring one day and spending all her time with her grandbabies. Now she can finally sit back and enjoy the later years of her life with family. And that makes me feel better myself now.
This situation really did suck you into it.
Don't worry about it though. I would have become a part of it no matter if it was due to you guys or my own desires. And thankfully I was able to be a big help to you. So from now on, if you have anything else you need help with, just ask me. I'll even take care of Joey whenever you or Mom need a break. So please don't feel like you have to overwork yourself, as you can always rely on me. Now, how about we all work on forgetting about that jerk? In the end, although Charlotte tried to say that she didn't want the divorce, my brother made it happen and he was given full custody of Joey. The judge said that the choice to give him full custody was obvious, since Charlotte went and left him at home all the time to go out and cheat some more. The judge also saw what she had previously done with her ex and told her to prepare herself, because trying to run from things like that would never end in her successfully hiding. After the divorce, Charlotte ended up being cast out by the man she'd been with, since he too had to pay a settlement to Eli, so she ran back to Eli begging for forgiveness. But by that point, my brother was done with her for good and didn't even acknowledge her existence. She then left town in search of her family members, but would soon realize that they too didn't want anything to do with her after hearing the stories of what happened. And so now, with not a single person to rely on for anything, Charlotte's going to have to figure out how to pay off 2 settlements, as well as get to the courthouse in order to stand on trial for stealing her ex-parents' money. As of right now, my mom is very busy taking care of her first grandson, and my brother's been working a lot more now at the hospital. I'm sure that to my mom, she still has some hard feelings about the things her crappy ex-daughter-in-law said about her, but is happy to see that the outcome benefited everyone besides that idiot. And just like my mom had said, our family has never been closer to one another, and she'll stay this way for as long as Charlotte rots in hell. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.